Well, welcome back, everybody. Well, we're kind of excited today because we have the rather rare Tom Console program to introduce to you. While he is basically semi-retired, he'll still come up with stuff on occasion when he really thinks it's good. And this particular one, Thoroughbred Enhanced Auto Capper, he really feels, even with all the work he's done over the years, he really feels like this is one of his best. So basically, what you've got here is a program that, again, programmed by Tom Console, but you can use, if you've got regular RPM software, you can use all your DLD files that you have along with this program. And what we're going to show you here is just some examples of how it works. We're going to pick a race card, and we're going to take a look at the Breeders' Cup races that, just recent Breeders' Cup races, the last Saturday and Sunday, and last Friday and Saturday, in fact, as picked, let's see, overall 7 winners over the Breeders' Cup and some very, very good prices at all. Basically, you open the card, and then you double click on the race, the first race, okay? And here, again, this was a winner right on top, won by 9 Link Salesman. And then over here, as you can see, and again, I know a lot of you have operated Tom Console software previously, you simply go to the next race, and here again you have all the picks, and here again, Seal Team, who won at $16, has the top score. Now, the main rater in this program is the score, which you can sort, and the top number is usually the best horse, the horse you want to play. There's some exceptions, and those are listed in the manual. You've also got several other columns in here, including raw speed, which is extremely effective in lower level sprints, but here you can see it picked the top 2 horses. A Silver Knot finished second, 1-2. Well, let's go take a look at the actual makings of the program. And here we start discussing Robert Redford's movie, The Natural. If you remember The Natural, most of you have probably seen it. It was simply about a guy who simply seemed to be born to be a great, great baseball player. He simply be born with the skills. And we go over how a lot of musicians, Einstein, guys that just seem to be born, even though their skills might have not developed early. Some did, some didn't, but they just seem to have this natural tendency to be really excellent at what they did. And we definitely put Tom Console in this category. He's done absolutely amazing work over the years. He paid his way through college playing the horses. How many of us can say that? I can't say that. I think I probably lost my tuition a couple times during my college years. But this is something that he's done. He's actually paid his way through college. He started developing software programs in the 90s along with Dr. Robert Anthony. Race Profit Generator was one of his first, and of course that's been enhanced since, but it's still a great, great program. But again, he doesn't come up with stuff that often. And today, what we're talking about is his most recent program. He calls it the Enhanced Auto Capper software. And basically, what he's done, and we'll quote him exactly, I called it Auto Capper because I took several of my automatic spot plays that have shown a consistent positive ROI for me over years, weighted them for point awards, and then combined them into this one comprehensive program. And he says, I'm normally pretty humble, which Tom is definitely very, very humble, regardless of all he's accomplished. And he says this game can kick you in the butt pretty quickly if you get overconfident. But I really think this is one of my best. And coming from Tom, that's really saying something, again, with all he's produced. And again, we explain all the columns in here. And interestingly, a lot of the columns in here are separate systems or separate spot plays all on their own. Although what Tom does, again, is he has combined these things into and weighted them to award points, and then come up with a positive, come up with a total in the score column that points out the best horses. And it can be used for win bets, for show parlays, can be used it's great for exactas and trifectas. And again, we explain how to do that best in the manual. But again, one of our key tests for any handicapping software that we do, if we find that the handicapping software works really good on big stakes, here's Breeders' Cup Day, Triple Crown, any big stakes, say, or purses 125, 150,000 or more. If a program works good on those races, it's going to work even better, sometimes much better, on lower level everyday races. Here's an example of what the main screen looks like. It's kind of hard to see. It's a little small here, but basically you've got several columns. And again, the columns are sortable, but your main column that you're going to pay attention to is the score column. That's where all the points are given to the right for the horse, and the horses with the top numbers are usually the top contenders. Here, again, Breeders' Cup Day, $26 horse right on top. Here, exacta, trifecta, the winner, Master of the Seas, was rated second, but along with Mog, the exacta paid $39, trifecta $153. Here again is a salesman race. A horse, he paid $860, won by 9 lengths. The 3 to 5 favorite finished dead last. This horse just romped, and Auto Capper had him totally on top. Here in this race right after, as we showed you before, SEAL Team, again, $16 to win, $67 daily double from those two. Hard to Justify on Saturday in the Juvenile Fillies, $20.20. Now, you're not going to get all $20 and $16 payoffs, but interestingly, the average payoff, what we found, and again, we looked at several situations, but we found when a horse has a 15-point advantage here in the score column at least, then the win rate's around 34%. Average mutual is around $8.91, almost $9, which does result in a really nice ROI. Now, some horses, if they don't have a 15-point advantage, they're still worthwhile, but those are the horses that did best. Also, we tell you how it's best to play exacta, and again, we do that in the manual too, trifecta, etc., when there are point spreads between, say, the 3rd and 4th horse or the 4th and 5th horse. Another nice thing is you're going to get Tom's professional bankroll investment fund bankroll plan free. We normally charge $49 for it, but it's really a really great long-term plan. You got to be patient with it, but if you stick to it, and you stick to, really, there's a lot of things. You could probably even use a consensus, a daily ratio form consensus at 2 to 1 or over, and make money with it. But the thing is, the idea is to make money over time, and most handicappers are so darned impatient. You know, if they don't make money on a single day, you know, they'll throw their program on the ground, stomp out, and then they'll be back the next day to do the same thing. But if you really stick to something that works, a good bankroll money management method, you can definitely make money at this game, where using a strategy as opposed to just flat betting is usually far, far superior, and this is one of the best. It's $111, which we think is a really good price for a Tom Console product. Give us a call, 1-800-696-0067, or order from our website. Thanks, we'll talk to you tomorrow.